Dear Mooji, after burning many of my identifications in the fire, I notice conditioning still present. My conditioning that tells me do it later, or that which tells me that because I am not very worthy or deserving enough to receive, then I must decide I don't want it or need it. In the guided meditation, my mind was terrified of non-existence, especially of not being able to locate myself in time, day or night. I have no doubts, but my mind creates this strong story of resistance. Linda. After burning many identifications in the fire, I notice conditioning is still present. My conditioning tells me, do it later. It must be important that you find out who is the conditioning speaking to. You said the conditioners tell you, do it later. Who are you who are to do it later? You see, there is already some resistance when I'm asking this question. That's where the resistance is beginning. Because if I look past this one who is being told to do this or that later on, if I don't tackle it right there in the root of it, then somehow you're not going to get very far. So that which is saying do it later, to whom is it addressing? This is what I'm asking. And you must stop right there and really find out who is intimidated, who is influenced by this voice, by these thoughts, you see. You speak conditioning. That which tells me that because I am not worthy or deserving enough to receive, then I must decide. You see, always it must be the ego that suffers from these feelings about worthiness or unworthiness. I'm not fit, I'm not good enough. All of these insecurities come from ego. You are the self, and the self does not suffer from insecurity. Who is deserving for something or not deserving? It can only be the idea you have of who you are that's been drilled into you somewhere along the line when you believe that, you know, yes, I'm not good enough. Somebody tell you, oh, you're not very good at this, and you take it to heart. You believe in the one they're speaking to. Like that. Then you're going to suffer. Who are you? Actually, you are the consciousness itself. But in the real place, you are only aware of these identities, this type of intimidation. Who is intimidated? You see, it has to be your own insecure self, and all egos are insecure. Even if they are very confident, some insecurity is there somehow. The pure self is neither confident nor insecure. You see. Now you say in the guided meditation, my mind was terrified of non-existence. The same one who is feeling I'm good enough or not good enough now is terrified of non-existence, you see. Especially of not being able to locate myself in time, day or night. So something is afraid of non-existence. It feels I exist. But in deep sleep, you do not have this trouble about whether you exist or not. And you are perfectly happy, you see. You didn't go to bed in the night and think, oh my God, I'm going into non-existence. You are not terrified of it. You every night, everybody, all the living beings are going into non-existence for a certain duration of time. And they love it. And so do you love it. If you have had a night's sleep, you will know that it's an exquisite time because you are not troubled by all of this daytime trouble. So it is just a kind of surface fear. It's nothing deep, and it's only coming up on you because, this fear is only coming because you have not really introspected. You're not brought the question yet, like I'm introducing you to now. Find out who really is afraid of existence or non-existence. You see, you can look and find out. When you find out, all this is going to be finished for you. The sense of insecurity, both security and insecurity will be finished for you. You're in an altogether different state of being. But then presently your mind is afraid of what I'm saying. Because it starts to imagine, wow, that's, what can that be? It's kind of like a no state, and oh my God, do I really want to get into that? And is it really, the right thing? And maybe I make a big mistake and I go into non-existence and I can't come back into existence, all this type of stuff. And now you say, I have no doubts, but my mind creates the strong story of resistance. So what? You say you have no doubts. What it means you have no doubts about what? Don't you have doubts? If you have no doubts, then why would your mind creating strong story of resistance mean anything for you? You're believing all the mind's story. Suppose a monkey came and told you, yes, when I was younger I went to university and I graduated in philosophy. You would believe it? The mind is telling all these things. But why is your ear so open for what the mind has to say? Because you don't yet know who you are, you see. Everybody has this insecurity because they don't know who they are. And as long as you don't know who you are, this voice is alive. It was going to tell you some stupidness. You're going to believe it. You're going to be strong one moment and completely weak another moment. So, I have pointed you to the master key for this one. Find out who is being intimidated by this mind. And what is aware of the intimidation. I hope it will become as clear to you as it is for me. So you're not any more troubled by these type of thoughts, you see. And they are thoughts. My conditioning tells me, do it later. Do what later? And who is to do what later? But because we have never questioned, we don't go beneath the surface of conditioning, any little thing puts you off the track, you see. Because these are silly thoughts. Do it later. You're not good enough, and so on. Why doesn't the mind speak like that to me? Or to anyone who has realized herself? Because it stands no chance. It would be wasting its breath. It would stand no chance. Why is he speaking to you like that? Because you're so quick to believe it. Even the mind, the one who is speaking this, so to speak, it doesn't even exist. So, but that's for you to find out. Okay, I think I've covered as much I can go with this one. Linda.